Hi, I'm Greg from Second Thoughts East Yorkshire. The work I do for the charity is all around supporting people to maintain good mental health, which includes helping those who struggle with anxiety. Very often people who do find anxiety a real problem experience panic attacks. You may recall that I've spoken about managing those in earlier videos posted online. The links to those videos are on our website and on our YouTube page. Managing a panic attack when it comes on is important, but very often when the attack subsides, it can leave you feeling absolutely shattered, completely drained. The period after experiencing an attack can be really challenging too, causing feelings of disorientation and a lingering feeling of being on edge or perhaps shaky. Now, these feelings do subside eventually, but it can take hours or even run on into the following day, and sometimes beyond that. It may feel that another panic attack is likely to happen, causing fear or apprehension, certainly a feeling of uneasiness. As a reminder, let's briefly go over what happens within our bodies when a panic attack occurs. When someone has a panic attack, a part of your brain called the amygdala sends out signals to the rest of your body. The amygdala are your brain's alarm system, which sends signals out for your body to prepare to deal with a threat. This process is sometimes called the fight or flight response. It's called the fight or flight response because you have two ways to deal with the threat, either to fight it or to run away from it. But either way, you need to power up the muscles on your body and you need to have additional energy and tap into resources to be able to do either of those things. So when it happens, adrenaline, along with other hormones, are released into the bloodstream to boost metabolism and power. Your breathing speeds up rapidly to increase oxygen levels in the blood to power up your muscles. Other changes happen in the body too, to reduce levels of bleeding and to prevent you feeling pain as acutely. Also, your senses heighten to see and hear further threats, to be more aware. As well as these things, which are additional processes happening, some routine bodily processes are also suspended, so that all energy is redeployed to these new processes to allow you to fight or escape the threat. Now, some of these routine processes include your digestive system, for example, which temporarily stops. And that's to redeploy the energy which is being used in your digestive system to your muscles. So it can cause a stomach ache, make you feel like you have butterflies in your stomach. And tied into that, saliva production stops because you don't need to digest any food at this moment in time. It's a lower priority. So when saliva production stops, your mouth dries out, you feel like your lips are sticking together, and it's difficult to even talk. The brain is affected too during a panic attack with feelings of fear, heightened emotions, confusion, and a sense of fragility, vulnerability. These are significant changes to bodily functions, not permanent or life-threatening, but disturbing nonetheless. So it's understandable why coming back down from this particular state can be problematic. Our bodies are subject to the hormonal shifts settling, and our bodies can take time to resettle afterwards. Now, this includes mental processes as well as physical, obviously. So what can we do to help ourselves? The first thing is to remind yourself that the reason for the panic attack, i.e. the trigger, isn't real. Whatever has triggered the attack is innocuous, and it may be something that you've heard, that you've seen, that you've smelt, that you've tasted or touched, one of your senses that sort of triggered a half memory in your subconscious, causing the amygdala to react. So it may be if you were bitten by a dog in the past and a particular piece of music was heard on the radio just prior to the dog biting you. If you have ever heard that piece of music again, that could trigger a panic attack. Although you may not consciously remember it, it's lodged within the subconscious and the amygdala will respond. So secondly, physically, we need to be gentle on ourselves in terms of giving time for our bodies to readjust and drop down a gear or two. This could be relaxing, so having a soothing bath or shower, using essential oils maybe, or perhaps having a massage if you're able to. Generally, just pamper yourself a little. It may be having your hair done. It may be just having an afternoon at home, just playing some gentle music or something like that. Having gentle music playing as you unwind can be really helpful. Also look perhaps at doing a little gentle exercise to phase yourself sort of back into things. But that's as soon as you start to feel a bit better, not straight away after panic attack. You need to rest for a while, but then gradually do a little exercise. It could be just perhaps walking around your lounge or walking around your garden. Just a little bit, just to get used to using your muscles again. And that also helps to disperse any unused energy that's lodged within your body. Mentally, we can use grounding skills to bring ourselves back to here and now. So you can start by regulating your breathing. And by regulating, I mean breathe in for 4 seconds, then breathe out for 5 seconds. So you're breathing out slightly longer than the time it takes you to inhale. And that reduces oxygen levels in the blood. So it slows things down a little. Now, whatever ratio you use, because we all breathe at different rates, so maybe breathe in for 4 and out for 5. Or perhaps it's in for 5 and out for 6. But try and make sure that you're breathing out for a second longer than the time you're taking to breathe in. Next, use your 5 senses of sight, hearing, touch, taste and smell to be aware of the moment, to bring you back to here and now. So starting with sight, note 5 things you can see. And that's wherever you are. You could be sat on the bus, out for a walk, in your lounge, in a doctor's waiting room. When you need to calm things down, note 5 things that you can see. The next thing to do is note 4 things that you can touch, that you can feel. So it may be the material on your clothing. It could be your hair, it could be spectacles, it could be a pen, a desk, whatever. It doesn't matter what you touch, just to note the texture. And it's using the sense of touch. Next, think of 3 things that you can hear, and it could include background noise. So it may be, if you're with other people, perhaps some chatter, background chatter. It may be traffic outside. It could be background noise there, maybe traffic going past. It could be perhaps a bird in the garden. It can even include the sound of your own breathing. But it's just 3 things that you can hear, any 3 sounds at all. Next, 2 things that you can smell. Perhaps it's the lingering smell of the soap that you've used that day, or shower gel, or perhaps shampoo, perfume, aftershave. It may be the smell of a pet. It could be the smell of somebody walking past, perhaps. Maybe their deodorant or aftershave or something like that. But 2 things that you can smell. And finally, 1 thing that you can taste. And that may be the aftertaste of something that you've eaten. It could be just the taste of your own saliva if you've not eaten, but just 1 thing that you can taste. Now, if you're okay with IT, with computers or laptops or telephones, wait until you're feeling okay, right? You need to feel settled to do this, but record yourself an MP4 video. So record yourself with sound and vision, talking about feeling well and how you use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique, or indeed any other technique that you use to settle yourself down. But record yourself giving yourself advice, if you like. But you need to do that when you're feeling really settled. You can then play that back to yourself as and when you need to. So it's in essence, it's reassuring yourself. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful. Please leave your comments and any suggestions for future topics to cover on them. Please remember you can email me, text or phone or messages on Facebook or Twitter. I'll put a slide up at the end of this video with contact details so that you can leave that running and make a note of it if you need to get in touch with us. I'll be back with more videos soon. In the meantime, take care, stay safe and good mental health. Bye-bye.